I think we play in the best league in the country, and I think Nebraska is a really good team, and they came in here and gave us incredible tests tonight. I think we have two of the best, and on any given night it could be 3, 4, or 5 players in the country on our team. Silo was recognized this week, as was Liv recognized today, for 2 of the top awards in the country, and I think if you watch their performance, you can see why. Sila's such a dynamic scorer, and she just was able to score at all 3 levels today, and Liv the same, and was all over the place, had a double-double for us. So they both just lead our team in so many categories and so many ways. But I think the balance of our team is one of the strengths on our team. So Mila is coming off her career night the other night, and, Sila had one of those nights tonight. So we have a great balanced team, and it was a great win for us at home.
Yeah, for both of you guys on National Girls and Women's Sports Day, just reflecting on your journey, maybe just what would you say to yourself, like your 10-year-old self, and what message would you give now to younger girls working to get into your position?
I would say to just enjoy your journey, because ultimately, that becomes your life. If you're trying to get to the level that we're at, an elite level, you're in the gym every day, you're practicing every day, you're there early mornings. And if you don't enjoy that, then what are you really doing? So just trust your process, know you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and find time to enjoy it as well.
Yeah, I think it's just we've dreamt of being here since we were young. We were 10 years old and dreaming of playing at this level. And so just to be the next generation of players coming through and having little kids looking up to us, wearing Swords jerseys, Holloway jerseys in the stands, it's so cool because, who would have thought when we were younger? So just to see how the women's sports are evolving, it means a lot to us.
Similarly, Coach talks frequently about the Powerful Women's Club. What does that mean to you, and how has that been implemented in your experience at Michigan?
I would say just that there's a standard we carry with having the platform we do, coming out and seeing all the young girls teams coming to watch us play. They're watching how we interact with each other, how we interact with other fans, what we're posting on social media. So just knowing that we're always an example for someone, and you want to be that powerful woman, confident woman example, so that they can see that and be like, oh, I want to do that too.
Yeah, I would just add that we've had so many powerful women come through the Michigan program, and so just to be able to follow in their footsteps, we have a legacy to carry on, and so just to wear the black M proudly and carry it on.
Did you guys get a sense maybe early on that maybe you were looking too far ahead to UCLA, and what do you think helped spur that run in the fourth quarter to get you guys the victory to set up that first place showdown this week?
I think we do a good job of just staying in the moment, and I think today just wasn't our best day coming into it and being focused, but we take it game by game, and so now we're looking ahead at UCLA.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with other teams or outside noise. It was fully us and what we need to do better. This game, it was our defense, and so, that's what we're going to get in the gym and work on. It had nothing to do with what's coming up next week, what happened in practice last week. It's fully on us, and we need to be better with that.
Now that it's happened, how quickly do you turn the page to UCLA and one of the biggest games ever here at Chrysler?
I mean, we were already talking about Coach. Yeah. Coach, what are we going to do with our defense just walking in here? We know we're at a program, we're at the point where we want better and we want more. So this is great. Michigan State win, this is great. Obviously every win, but we want to improve, and there's multiple areas which we need to be better if we want to reach the heights that we plan to.
Question for both of you guys. Nebraska switched up its looks a little bit. How did that zone frustrate you guys a little bit, and then how did that also open up some different looks for you guys?
Yeah, I think we got a little frazzled when they pulled the zone out. They haven't been doing zone at all this season, and so I think it just took us a while to adjust to where the open spots were, and we need to do a better job of adjusting on the fly.
Sila, your three-pointer at the end, kind of cold-blooded. Was that a fair assessment of you as a shooter?
Yeah, if I see the shot, I'm going to take it. Coach has done a great job. Liv, the point guard, seniors on our team of just instilling, you got the next one. If you miss this one, shoot again. And I think that's something I've really worked on throughout this course of the season even.
In the second half, what adjustments did you make that ultimately led you to separate and pull away for the win?
I think ball pressure and helping each other on our scrambles was important. We also didn't let them shoot as many threes, so that was big for us.
Yeah, can you guys comment a little bit on Kenzie's performance, especially in like that second quarter, stepping up, taking those 2 3-pointers?
Yeah, it's really great to see Ken's come in the game. Every time she has a chance to get some minutes, she's always working. She's winning the sprints in practice, and just to see a freshman reap those benefits. I mean, we were in that position last year, a little different, but it's just really nice to see her work paying off and see, like, okay, coach can trust her coming in for those moments.
Similar question that we started with the players. You've established the powerful women's club here at Michigan. What does it mean to you to have that every year with your players, and how have you seen it impact them?
Yeah, I mean, it's just something that we talk about every day at the circle. You know, we have an opportunity, a different person speaks every day at our circle, and we talk about the importance of using our voice and using our platform. And, you know, we always have to continue to fight for change and fight for equality, or fight for anything that we think is unfair. And we're in a position, and they're in a position as young, strong women, athletes at the University of Michigan, to have that kind of voice and to have that type of platform. So I think that's something that's important. I think when you leave home as a young adult, you come to university and are in the process of becoming a woman, like, it's important to find your voice, and we talk about that. And you know, our kids are really good at expressing that. But even this week, just being at Michigan State and then being here tonight, just to see the impact that our team and is having on the community, is having on the state, and just to see the wonderful representatives that they are. I mean, they're just incredible young women, and these young kids look up to them and aspire to be like them. So it was great on National Girls and Women's in Sports Day to celebrate them and to have the fans that we did today.
You've played in big games before, but what does it feel like having this game coming up on Sunday for this program and for the community?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are asking me that. I really wasn't thinking about it until about 5 minutes ago when Matt was the first one to ask me about it. I think, you know, our players, and specifically these two right here, when they committed, they wanted a chance to win a national championship. And last year, you know, when they were coming in their first year and we only had 4 returners, I said, you know, this is going to be tough. We're opening up against South Carolina. And Sila's like, that's what we want, Coach. We want to open up against South Carolina. This year I said, we're playing Connecticut. She said, good. That's what we want. We want to play Connecticut. So I think for the competitors in them, they want to not only play in those games, they want to work on being successful in those games. So now to have, you know, one of the best teams in the country in UCLA come into our home court, and that's the other thing I just said on the radio as well. Like, we've had those games, but they've been on neutral courts and they've been on the road. They haven't been in our arena. So I just think for everyone in the state of Michigan, anyone that's listening, you know, come on out. The product is great. Like, our kids are just amazing. They're wonderful basketball players. They're even better people. But we can use your support. Let's try to knock off, you know, one of the top teams in the country, and the top team in our league. It's a wonderful opportunity for us to have them at Chrysler.
I mean, you talk about the players wanting it, but how much do you want it?
Oh my gosh. Like, for me, it's like, this is why I came here, you know, and I've said that to you probably before, Angelique, but 13 years ago when I decided to come to the University of Michigan, they hadn't won a championship. They hadn't hung banners in the arena. And for me, it's like, man, football has done it, softball has done it, pretty much every women's sport has done it. Field hockey has done it, gymnastics has done it. Let's go down the line. Like, why hasn't women's basketball done it? So I said, you know, I'm going to leave everything I know on the East Coast to come to the University of Michigan, because I believe that that's a place where we can win a championship. And now here we are, you know, we've gone to the Sweet 16, we've gone to the Elite 8. Now we have an opportunity with a team that can win a championship. So, you know, this is special. The whole season has been special. They're just an amazing group.
I know Nebraska's record isn't great, but I think 6 of their 7 losses now are against top 25 teams. I guess how are they able to test you tonight?
Yeah, I think their record is actually really good. Maybe 16-5 or something like that. Maybe 16-6. Yeah. Because the Big Ten is like is such a great league. They're really a good team. They can score the basketball. They're efficient on the offensive end, and they shoot threes. They have a great inside-outside game. Brooke Prince is one of the best guards in the country, and they just they were able to score on us, and we had to figure out a way to defend them. We did towards the tail end of the game, but they're a team that's a really good team. Our league is really freaking good. Anybody can beat anybody. I mean, Michigan State just lost again at home tonight to Maryland. Somebody told me that on the way up. Maryland lost 4 in a row prior to that. Maryland's record was 5-6 prior to that, but they were the number 13 team in the country. So that speaks to like kind of our league. So I think they're a really good team. I think we're a team that's still figuring it out and still getting better. We're super talented, but we're still growing and we're still learning and we're still improving.
Ashley had a big game today. Can you talk about her dominance on the offensive glass and kind of what allowed her to grab?
Yeah, I mean, she's an unbelievable offensive rebounder. She has a nose for the ball. She wants to score the ball, so she just goes and gets it. But I'm challenging her to be the same on the defensive end that she is on the offensive end. And the other night, she had 8 defensive rebounds at Michigan State, which was amazing and her season high. And tonight, she had 5, which was incredible as well. So I love that she offensive rebounds because she always puts us in a position for second chance points. She has an incredible motor, but just her finishing with 13 on the night, and that's probably her high for us. So I think her first year with our program is getting better and better and better every single time out. And I can say the same about Kendall. So that's a great sign for us.
Nebraska still managed 76 points on your defense tonight. What do you think in your defense were they able to exploit, and what changes are you looking to make?
Yeah, I mean, they scored 76, we scored 88, so we won the game. I think, like, a lot of people are how few points can we hold people to? They're, like, a really good offensive team. So, we have got to get better defensively. But I don't want to read in tomorrow's Daily that we're not a good defensive team. So I'm going to say we won the game 88-76, and we can continue to get better, but we won the game 88-76.
You've got UCLA Sunday. We've all been talking about it. But for Kendall specifically, coming from UCLA to Michigan, seeing the growth that she's had this year, are you excited for her to go back against her previous team?
Yeah, I haven't really talked to her about it. I'm sure I'll probably talk to her about it tomorrow. Sometimes that's challenging for kids. Kendall has the biggest heart and is such a sweetheart. I'm sure all those girls are her friends, and they'll be excited to see her. But Kendall, freshman year, wherever you go, is really, really challenging. And I think it probably was for Kendall. It probably is for our 3 freshmen this year. It's a major transition, and she was on a really great team that went to the Final Four. So I'm sure she had a wonderful experience. I'm thrilled that she's with us. Because I love that kid, and I think she's just been great for our team, and I've watched her play since she was a little kid. So I don't know how she'll feel, but she's just doing a heck of a job for us.
Kim, you said this is why these players came here, why you came here too, to compete for a championship. What tells you that this team can compete for it and
Oh, yeah, we're different. I mean, we're just built different. Silas Swords and Olivia Olson, they're just different. They were 2 of the best players coming out of high school 2 years ago. We've gotten great players in our program before, but we never had that level of player. Their talent combined with their work ethic is those 2 are future pros. Those 2 are the type of players that go to traditional championship programs. But they decided to come here to be different and to do something different. So I think, like, kudos to them for not taking the same path as a lot of other people and maybe going to Connecticut or going to, South Carolina. They decided that they wanted to come to Michigan and do something different. Now you add those 2, and then Mila Holloway, who is a little bit under the radar, who I think is as good as any other point guard in the country. You add Kendall, who was a McDonald's All-American and played in the McDonald's All-American game with those two, and Ashley from the transfer portal. And then you talk about Tayala's development, and then you talk about the heart and soul of our team and Brooke Daniels and her grit and her toughness. But then somebody mentioned Kenzie before and Macy before, and it's the other players that provide us with the depth. So we don't have just 5 people, but we can go tonight. We went 10 to our bench, which was amazing, and people came in and are getting better as well and contributing. But I think it's the talent level matched with the work ethic and the will and the competitive fire and juice that we've had in the past, and now with the talent to match that, I mean, the sky's the limit for this team.
Yeah, on Sunday against Michigan State, the free throws weren't up to
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, you want to, let's put that in the paper, that 80%. Uh-huh. How about that? Yes.
Just what does that do in terms of just confidence for the group moving forward to UCLA?
Yeah, I mean, free throws is obviously, we're probably at the bottom of the league. We are a really good shooting team. We are sometimes a good free throw shooting team and sometimes not a good free throw shooting team. And that's something that we work on every single day and talk about every single day. But tonight was a great night for us. I think, for us, a lot of times it's, our confidence and our poise and where we are here more than where we are here. Because I believe that they all can really shoot free throws exceptionally well. So it was nice to see us make them tonight and shoot 80%. It's all coaching. All coaching. There you go.